Hello, and thank you for joining us. I'm Emily Figgins, the Public Information Officer for Marion County. The video you are about to view is just one part of a multi-part series that I have put together in collaboration with the Marion County Board of Supervisors, the publicly elected officials of Marion County, as well as the department heads of the non-elected offices of the Marion County government. This series of videos is designed to provide you, the taxpayer, with information on how the Marion County government utilizes your tax dollars to provide the many services that are available. Thank you again for joining us, and please watch the channel for future videos. Hi and welcome back. I'm Emily Figgins, Marion County Public Information Officer.
And I'm Reed Kious, Lieutenant and Jail Administrator for Marion County Sheriff's Office.
As you just saw, I gave you a little glimpse into our Marion County Jail. Some of you may have never seen the inside of it. I was one of those. I had no idea what it looked like on the inside, so I asked Lieutenant Kious here if I could come in and take a sneak peek. So I wanted to give you a sneak peek also, and I also have a few questions that I want to ask Lieutenant Kious in regards to the jail. So when was the jail built?
It was finished and opened in late 2006. Before that, we were at the courthouse, and that could hold about a little over a dozen inmates.
Okay, and what is our max capacity out there now?
Right now, we're at 56 in our general population, and in our booking area, about 6, so 62 overall.
Is what it can hold as a max capacity.
Yes.
So how many do you see that you hold in roughly a given week?
In a given week, we're anywhere between 30 and 40 inmates. Right now, we're at 35, and earlier this summer, we were averaging over 40 a week.
Okay, and how many of these do you see coming from outside of our county?
So we contract with another county to hold their inmates, and what that does for us is it actually puts money in our general fund. Room and board, per Iowa code, goes into the general fund. So that's why we house other county inmates. It's to try and make some more money for the county. And right now, we have 9 out-of-county inmates. We'll be getting another 7 later this week for a total of 16. And we have at any given time between 5 and 20 out-of-county inmates in our facility.
Which is quite a few. But it's needed because not a lot of the smaller counties have a jail, right?
Yes.
Okay. And I know that there's a jail opening up in Warren County here soon?
Warren County is open, and we were holding some for them at one time, and now we actually hold for a larger county. So it's not just smaller counties, we hold for larger ones too sometimes.
Okay. What are some of the upgrades that have happened in the jail and that you plan on happening maybe at the end of this year?
So we actually went to the Board of Supervisors and asked for some federal money that the county was getting from the federal government, and we've upgraded our jail security system, which is our door controls, which was desperately needed, and then our security cameras as well.
Okay.
In the future, we're looking to get some bids for painting and rejuvenating our booking area and taking care of some paint in the cells. But overall, it's a good facility. It's intact. Maintenance helps us out a lot with that, so we appreciate that.
So just a lot of general upkeep that maybe with COVID and everything else happening, just need to get it done and get it cleaned up a bit.
Yeah, it's about a 15, 20-year-old facility, so just the general upkeep that's associated with that.
Which makes sense. How does the jail give back to the county?
So I kind of touched briefly on financially, whether it's out of county or in county, the room and board by Iowa code goes into the general fund, and then it's broken up down there. As far as a personal level or human capital, a lot of these inmates come in with no job, no money, insecure housing. Something that we've tried to do here in the past 6 months is hook them up with services, whether it be cross mental health region, whether it be non-government organizations within the community, that once they get out, they can say, okay, I'm out, instead of falling into these bad habits or the bad things that I've been doing before and ending back up in the jail or in the court system. They can try and either get off the drugs that they're getting off of, become housing stable, have a good place to stay that's not a bad environment, or take care of underlying mental health or health problems that were contributing to them getting in the first place. And right now there was a study that was published in February of this year, and that one was got it right here in my notes, by the U.S. Sentencing Commission, 2/3 of violent offenders, so people committing a violent crime,
Okay.
Their recidivism rate, meaning coming back into jail, 2/3 of those people going in within 8 years came back. And 1/3 of nonviolent offenders came back. So even the short time that I've been jail administrator, past 8 months, I have seen people come back, not 2, not 3, but sometimes 4 times. For our jail, for booking people in or out, so booking in is somebody comes into jail and we bring them in, and then they are in our jail until the judge or the court says otherwise, and then they're booked out, or released. So when I use those terms, booked in and booked out, that's what that
Coming
means.
in and then leaving.
Yep.
Okay.
In and out. Literally, just think of it that way. So since I took over as jail administrator, from the first of this year, we've booked in or taken into jail 864 people, and booked out or released 861. So that averages between 3 and 4 people a day coming in and coming out of our jail. So our jail staff has a lot of responsibilities and a lot of things put on them, but they do a really good job.
Do you feel like that is up this year or down? Do you think it's pretty average in the years past?
If you look month to month, it's pretty close to 100 in and 100 out. There are some months where there might be 80 in, 80 folks in or 80 folks out. But it's really fairly consistent, and especially with the contract inmates, we can kind of control how many are coming in and coming out. So if we don't have a lot of in-county folks that are coming in, then we can ask for some more contract
And you
inmates.
can take some more in, which is nice.
So that way the county is still getting reimbursed for them.
So talking about the things that you guys offer, I know you touched a little bit on it, having cross mental health come in and help when they can. What are some other things that the jail offers inmates?
So the main purpose of a jail in my mind is incapacitation. People that are committing crimes or alleged committing crimes can't get back into society. But something that we've tried to do is rehabilitation as well. So some of the ways that we've done that, we have medical services within the jail. If somebody is coming in from outside and they have medical services, we try to make sure that there's appropriate level of care that gets continued there. Same with mental health services, both with our folks that we contract with and across mental health region. I've been very fortunate in Marion County. We actually have what's called a GOAL coalition, or a coalition of people that provide health services to the community. We're a member of that. Okay. So a lot of the non-governmental and the government organizations, we kind of get together every couple of months and talk about what are services in the area and where are gaps or where are things that we may be providing the same things. So we try to really use the resources that we have, especially within this county. And you can lead a horse to water, but you can't make them drink. So we make these available to the inmates, but ultimately they're their own person and they decide whether they're going to utilize these, whether they get out or not. Some have and been successful. Some, or most honestly, have tried and then they end up coming back. But if we can just help one person out or keep providing that help and then somebody takes it, that's good. Some of the other things that we have, we started Narcotics Anonymous this year. We've had a good response from that. I actually had the coordinator for our county reach out to me and tell me it's made a difference in a lot of people's lives. So we have religious services. Those folks come in. Everybody who comes into our facility has to follow a screening process. They have to abide by our rules while they're in there, so it's not just a free-for-all. But we try to provide services that are beneficial to the inmate and therefore beneficial to the community, because hopefully when they get out, they try and help themselves or find stable housing or get out of those things that are causing them to come back.
Right. Well, I want you to stay tuned. Thank you so much, Lieutenant Kious. We hope to get into the jail again at the end of the year, maybe after the painting is done, and do a virtual tour for you, a complete walkthrough, so you can see inside and out what our jail looks like. I'm going to show you a few more pictures at the end of this, and as always, thanks for watching.